Taylor Watch.
Welcome back to another episode of Taylor Watch. Oh no. Ooh, Slay. Welcome back to another episode of Taylor
I got
Watch.
nervous for a second. Sorry,
No,
y'all.
you know what? No, I'd rather that. I'd rather us catch it. Hello, happy Tuesday.
Hey guys.
Happy
Sorry
Tuesday.
for the delay.
It is Tuesday for us as well, so
Yeah.
we're all enjoying this Tuesday today. Bit of a chilly morning.
I know. I'm in shorts and a tank and flips, and I was like, I should be in a sweatshirt and sweatpants.
I'm in boots.
Yeah, you're in a fall vibe.
I am in a fall, but it's really because I just got these new jeans and I wanted to wear them, but they're boot cut and too short, and they only look good with boots. So whatever. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. It's always something.
It's always something. But we are back after our long weekend, digesting all of the news, all of the excitement that is surrounding the life of a showgirl, and of course Taylor Swift herself. We have Gia. We've got quite a bit to dive into, and I think that we might both be a little foolish for just believing Taylor Swift at face value. That was silly. She was trying to distract us in one corner while she was doing other shit in the other corner. And we were never looking at that other corner.
I don't know. I just feel like I've got so many times with all these Easter eggs and stuff that I don't know. It's really hard for me to believe that there's like another album coming or like a 13th track or something like that. Just because I've been so wrong about everything, and every time the signs point one way, it's always the other way that she goes. So I'm like, I'm having a hard time fully diving into all the Easter eggs and being like, yes, this is this and this is that and this is how it's gonna be, because I've just been so wrong.
You don't want to
get my hopes up almost, but not even get my hopes up.
You don't want the girl, the pop
unnecessary
star who cried wolf.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want that. You don't want that. I know that while we were digesting all of these alleged, supposed, probable Easter eggs over the weekend, that we were looking forward to the discussion and looking forward to having a tall, cold glass of Pink Whitney. Yeah. Right along with us. Yes. Because I do think that we're going to need a couple of sips to process all of this. Yeah. I think it's just a lot. We need to expand our minds.
A lot of it has been right under our nose.
Right under our nose, and that feels foolish.
Yes.
And so it's not a celebratory Pink Whitney. It's a sit down and do the work Pink Whitney.
It's a damn, she got us this time, Pink Whitney.
She got us this time. Yep. Damn, you got us this time, girl.
Yep.
But shout out to Pink Whitney, our number one bestie on the pod, as always. I know that, summer's coming to a close. Hate to even say that.
I know, right?
The fact that summer's coming to a close, but that doesn't mean that your pink lemonade flavored vodka dreams have to come to a close.
They do not.
And in the next coming weeks, I highly suggest that you make the most out of it. Alongside the sunshine. I think that's how it's best served. So go ahead and get yourself to the store. Get yourself a 20-shot bucket for you and your friends. Be the star of the party, the star of the show, and just bring Pink Whitney into your life and the lives of others.
Yes.
And go ahead and shoot your shot with Pink Whitney. So, Gia, here's the thing. I've got a list right now of things that I want to touch on that people have been saying, because we are not, contrary to popular belief, we are not the girls that go digging for these eggs. No. Okay? We wait for them to be presented to us. We wait for the summaries.
And then we assess.
Whether we're true, false, is what we say. Yes, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Red, white. We're like the queen.
Yeah.
Paint it all red. So that's what we do, because I do think that people go overboard with Easter eggs. I think that people fall too far down the rabbit hole to past the point of no return, the final threshold, etc. But there are some things that must be discussed, and I honestly really want to start off straight up with, is Taylor Swift doing the Super Bowl or what? Because, Gia, I gotta tell you, I never would think.
It's crazy how even the news outlets now are like, is Taylor Swift doing the Super Bowl? Here's how we know. There's a half tilted Lombardi trophy in the background of a bookcase. It's crazy that CNN is being like, here's all the details and how we know. Well, she bakes sourdough and the mascot is Sourdough Sam. You know what I mean?
But here's the
thing, professional outlets are but
connecting the dots. I mean, it's pretty fucking convincing. So let's break it down.
Yeah.
There was a conversation about Taylor Swift, she's talking about sourdough. We talked about how she's talking about sourdough for a really long time. And obviously, we believe her that she's making this sourdough in her house.
Of course, we've seen the pictures.
Yes. And we've seen her deliver it to many a bestie.
Yes.
But the thing is, like, it did go on for a long time. And we did say that. And I did not know that the 49ers mascot was named Sourdough Sam.
I had no idea. I thought that they were the Niners.
The Niners.
I thought Niners is like I thought for some reason they were I thought because it was like the Gold Rush, 49ers.
Yeah.
Was the Gold Rush wasn't like
totally.
1949 the Gold
Sourdough
Rush?
Sam looks like he is of the Gold Rush era.
Okay.
He's got a hat, he's got a beard,
He looks like a pirate.
He looks a lot like a pirate.
Yeah.
He looks like a pirate, but like Gold Rush version.
Wait, can you...
He's a red hair, like...
Yeah. Can you explain to me why he's called Sourdough Sam?
So,
do we know?
Yes. Let's see. History of Sourdough Sam.
Right.
The 49ers' first mascot was a mule called Clementine.
Cute.
Named for the famous folk song "Oh My Darling Clementine."
Cute.
That wore a maroon saddle blanket and appeared in the 50s and 60s. But Sourdough Sam is a gold rush prospector, which that is so true because he looks like Toy Story, the prospector.
Prospector, yeah, the old guy.
Prospector Pete.
Yeah.
He's a bad guy. Sorry, spoiler for Toy Story 2. Didn't mean to spoil that for you guys.
Spoiler alert, the teddy bear is evil.
Yeah. Fuck that teddy bear for real.
Yeah, legit lopso.
Gold Rush prospector themed character first appeared in the 70s. He depicted a bushy mustache prospector with 2 pistols.
Okay.
But Sourdough Sam's persona later underwent a slight change from prospector to miner.
Okay.
As a miner, he's depicted a large man.
He's blue collar now.
Yeah, he's blue collar now. Oversized football helmet, plaid matching shirt. I don't know. Let's see. I'm just really not sure why he's called sourdough.
Why he's called why?
Wow. Wait, I'm actually dying about the history of Sourdough Sam because now it says just prior to the 06 NFL season, Sam's appearance was altered somewhat. He appeared as a clean-shaven gold panner with blue eyes and a hat without any imperfections.
Oh my God, they tried to whitewash Sourdough Sam?
Yeah, they like really are trying to whitewash Sourdough Sam, and nothing here is telling me why his name is Sourdough.
It says... is named after the miners who came to San Francisco during 1849 Gold Rush and the city's iconic sourdough bread.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, it just literally says, why is he called Sourdough Sam? Known for his love of sourdough bread, Sam brings the bread with him during a hard day's work of digging in gold mines.
Okay.
And that was a brief history on Sourdough Sam.
Is San Francisco known for their sourdough?
I
guess so.
I guess.
Okay.
The next question is, how much does Sourdough Sam make? $60,000 a year.
Well, that's not a bad income.
He gets paid.
Damn, that's freaking crazy.
Most of the mascots make that much.
Good to know. I mean, I feel like with the obscure football teams, the Niners or whatever, the Giants, it's like what is that anyway? So I guess you just kind of have to make up a mascot,
make up something, and I guess maybe the San Francisco treat is not rice-a-roni this whole time, and it was actually sourdough bread, and who knew? But so Sourdough Sam out here baking those loaves, bringing that bread into the mines while he's looking for gold. Perhaps Taylor Swift is also bringing her bread to dig up the gold at Levi Stadium, which is the Super Bowl win. And here's more what I'm thinking. Do we think that she's just laying these eggs and saying this stuff as like we're going to be at the Super Bowl, the Chiefs, or I'm going to be at the Super Bowl, Taylor Swift?
Right. That is a good point. Because is she just being like very, very superstitious?
Yeah, she could be.
Yeah.
Because there is the second part of this is the fact that behind them on the shelf, amongst many things, there was the Lombardi Trophy, sideways, kind of behind Taylor. Like, you couldn't really... I never noticed it there. Like,
no, I never noticed it once.
Noticed it, seen it, anything, if people weren't pointing it out. And there is a point where she's talking about, like... She's like, and if you go there and do this... And she's kind of being cryptic in her speech when you watch it as an isolated clip. In conversation, it sounded normal. But she's very clearly pointing, like, behind her at it, moving her head so it could be visible. Travis is laughing. Jason is laughing. It's clearly like a pre-agreed... something.
Right.
And so I have no choice but to believe that this is a sign, a signal that we missed the first time around.
Yeah. Also, there was the 47 stuff.
Yeah, so that's another part of it.
She said, when Jason was doing, so it's going to be, wait, what does 47 have to do?
So 47, there's two meanings for 47. One was that it's the average amount of screen time that she's on TV.
Right.
47 is also.
But doesn't 47 have to do with the Super Bowl?
Yes. So her 47th show of the Eras Tour was at Levi's Stadium, which is where the Super Bowl will be held this year.
Okay.
Also, 47 plus 13 is 60. And it's the 60th Super Bowl.
Interesting.
That's what people are saying.
Okay, yeah.
47,000, not sure about that.
Yeah, I think it's just because she just said when Jason was doing like the intro, she said, "Oh, that went on for like 47 seconds."
Yep.
And then she said something about she performed in 47,000 countries.
Yes.
So people are like, "What's the deal with 47?"
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, okay, 47 is the date of the show that she performed at Levi's Stadium.
Did Travis go to the show? Was there rumors that he was like maybe gonna make it after a game?
I wonder what the date was.
I might be making that up.
Let me look it up. When did Taylor perform at Levi's?
For some reason, I remember like doing the math on a San Francisco game versus like he was playing a game in
July
Kansas City to make it to San Francisco on time.
Yeah, maybe July 28th and 29th, 2023. So he wouldn't have had games.
No, but that was also like right when they started dating. That was like weeks later.
Oh,
so,
right. That's
you know
so
what I mean?
true.
So who knows? I'm getting.
So I don't think he was.
No,
then.
I'm getting my stories jumbled. Regardless, I think that it's safe to say that they're at least making jokes to and referencing the Super Bowl and Levi's Stadium, and what that entails, we're not sure, but we do know that it's Travis's 13th year.
And she said, she's thinking about sourdough 60% of the time.
There it is.
60, and it's the 60th Super Bowl.
Yep.
So yeah.
It's just very clearly like we're talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
What exactly that means, I'm not sure.
I just have a really, really hard time believing that she's going to do the Super Bowl show when Travis is still playing.
I felt that last year.
Just because of the juju of it all. Like, and I feel like she's so like, like the juju, the
superstitious,
the superstition of it all, you know, like
for sure.
I feel like she's so superstitious, and she said that when they were talking about like going on the field, how they didn't talk about it before because like Travis didn't want to, jinx it or whatever.
For sure.
So I don't know. I just have a hard time believing that she's gonna be like, yeah, it's possibly the last time my boyfriend ever plays in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. It's his 13th season, whatever. Like, if he loses and I do the Super Bowl halftime show, like, is that awkward? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like,
true. I agree. But
it's just putting a lot of pressure on them to win, I feel like.
I agree. But I also feel like it puts it into a category of like, this is the story. You know what I mean? Like, this is how this story ends. This is how it's supposed to happen. Like, it's almost too
right,
poetic.
Like, I'm going to do it for his last season.
Yeah, it's
almost.
like it's his 13th season. She's never done it before. They've always begged her. The only reason she wouldn't, allegedly, we don't know if this is true, but
we hear it every year.
The word on the street is that she word on the street is that she won't do the Super Bowl because she didn't own all of her music. That's what people were saying, and now she does.
And wasn't it owned by like someone that she couldn't work with?
It was like Sony, maybe.
It was like Coca-Cola or something. She like worked with Pepsi.
Right. Something
I don't
like
remember.
that.
Yeah,
I remember
something
you saying,
along those lines. And now it's owned by Apple Music. So now everyone's like, oh, Taylor can do it. Like
so now that's good. But then also, she owns all of her music now. Mm-hmm. So there wouldn't be like any problem doing her like earlier music and whatever. And like the 13 of it all. And I do think that, it's a risk to be like, I'm doing the Super Bowl, whether my boyfriend's there or not.
Yeah.
But if he is there and she does the Super Bowl and they don't win, I still kind of am like, all right, well, at least one of them had a good night.
That's
you
true.
Know what I mean? Like, I can't decide.
But like, imagine like coming off of that, and not saying that this is how Travis would react, obviously, because we know him. He's so great. But like, we don't know him, but
well,
I know him.
We know him. And we know that he would like, not care.
I don't know. I feel like.
I agree.
I just imagine, she's coming off the stage, the adrenaline. I just crush that shit, and then like the Chiefs get fucking smacked again, like last year or something. I don't know, like, or what if they don't even make it? I guess that would be better. Low-key.
If they don't make it, then I don't see a problem with this. With any of this, I see Travis celebrating in the box, obviously there anyway. Yeah. I also kind of think like.
We're just assuming that the Chiefs are going to make it to the Super Bowl too, but like,
I feel like if Taylor Swift is doing the halftime show, the Chiefs are going to be there. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, is this almost like self-fulfilling prophecy? Scripted for sure. self-fulfilling prophecy of like, I'm gonna be there, so you better be there too.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do a great job, so you better be there too. But it's also could be like a teamwork thing in my head. It's like, we're going to put on the best fucking show you've ever seen. Not only are the Chiefs going to win, but I'm going to perform the Super Bowl. Like, I don't know, but I never in a million years had an inkling. So much
pressure to put on yourself.
A lot of pressure. So. But is it like we don't know. You
like
know
for
what I mean? Like,
for Taylor, no, but for Travis, I feel like yes, like because he doesn't have control over like Pat Mahomes, how Pat plays. He doesn't have control over like how his.
But doesn't that kind of like unburden you? Like, it's like if they lose, it's not only Travis's fault if they lose.
Yeah, for sure.
What I mean?
But
like it's
but I do feel like Travis
the dynasty
gets the
conversations fall on Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
Like it really doesn't have anything to do with Travis.
Yeah.
Like, so I really don't know what kind of thoughts, feelings that would be. My gut or my soul kind of tells me that she wouldn't do something like that, but with all of these like, I don't know, all these references to it, sourdough Santa, like all that is just kind of has me thinking she's doing the Super Bowl. Like, I think I'm clowning. I think I'm clowning for it. I think that obviously we'll stop clowning when we hear the announcement of who is doing it, which has to come soon. You know, it's football season's about to start. Super Bowl's in February.
Yeah, when do they usually announce it like in the middle of the season, I feel like.
Yeah.
So like
I would think like fall time.
November-ish? Yeah, like October, November.
I feel like that's too late to announce the Super Bowl.
Yeah, maybe February.
Yeah, because I feel like October, November. Like, when did they announce? Who even did it last year? Why am I blanking?
Oh, was it Kendrick?
You were literally there.
Yeah,
Kendrick. It was Kendrick. You're right.
Yeah, I was literally there.
It was Kendrick.
Yeah,
which again, like flop. I don't know.
It
wasn't a flop. It was fine. But.
It was cooler on TV than it was on the screen. Like in real life. Like I could barely tell what was going on in real life.
Yeah, I believe that.
But yeah, I forget when they announced him though.
I forget too. Let's see. When did they announce?
Oh my God. Announced back in September 2024.
Yeah,
so
I just kind of feel like they announced it kind of soon.
Should be low-key soon.
So we'll see. And then, I mean, we got the album coming out, Showgirl, et cetera, et cetera. Like, you never know.
Right.
And, but kind of coupled with the Super Bowl rumors, what's more likely to you? The Super Bowl rumors or Sphere in Vegas?
Ooh, good question.
Because I kind of think
I feel like
the
Super Bowl
Showgirl
is more likely to me.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, but I see your point of where you're going.
Because Showgirl,
yes,
Vegas, and she can't do. People were pointing this out online. She can't do casino. She can't do like a residency at a casino because kids can't go, and people under 18.
Right.
So if you're a Swiftie and you're younger, like not that I would hate that.
I would actually pay.
That sounds amazing.
10 times the price of the air resort to go to a kid-free Taylor Swift show.
That'd be fucking sick. No offense to the kids.
No offense to the kids.
No
Actually, all offense to the fucking kids. Fucking sorry, but kids like a little bit younger than me, like Gen Alpha, whatever, like they just have no concert etiquette whatsoever.
We've talked about it
ad nauseum. They're so disrespectful. So sorry, fuck the kids. I'd rather an 18 plus.
Honestly, facts though. It is frustrating, in that way. And I also think that eventually, I'm not saying she has to go back on tour or whatever, blah blah blah. But I would think that if she wanted to do something for this new album, it would have to be totally different from Eras Tour in general, because I feel like Eras Tour will stick with her for so long.
Yeah.
Just in general, and so it would just have to be like a completely different vibe.
Yeah,
And
the Sphere is definitely
be compared.
Yeah, the Sphere is definitely that.
Totally different vibe.
Yeah,
I also am scared. Like I would get vertigo in the Sphere. I know it.
I don't know how I feel about the Sphere because it looks so cool. But yeah, I feel like if I was on like any amount of drugs or anything, I would freak the fuck out and be like, I feel really, really scared and
not
confused.
even so much scared. Like I think I'd literally feel nauseous.
Yeah,
like,
it's a lot of visuals.
It's very steep. People that have been to the Sphere, can you call in and tell us how it is for real?
Yeah.
Like, if you get motion sick or whatever, like, can you please detail your experience? I heard that they have like tents set up everywhere for people because they pass out all the time. Like that like happens to people.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Me neither. And I am kind of like that. Like I get vertigo, I get car sick, all of the above.
I just feel like she's too much in her prime, like to do a Sphere residency or Vegas like that. I don't know. I just feel like
her glittering prime.
Exactly. Like I just feel like that's kind of what you do towards the end of your career. I just don't really.
I disagree on that because I feel like it depends on what kind of music you have and what kind of vibe you're going for. Like I wouldn't call like Adele at the end of her career.
No, for sure. But then she took like a giant hiatus after, Like
I don't even think she finished. Like she didn't really finish all of her shows. Like,
yeah,
she was having personal shit.
Yeah.
I feel like that was different. But Like, I guess an argument can be made for like a Celine Dion, but like Katy Perry did a residency. I mean, Katy Perry is another one, but I wouldn't have said.
I don't know. Like, I
also wouldn't say her career is over. I would say that she's going through a bad spot.
Yeah,
right
now. I don't mean your career is over. I mean more like it's at a lull, or more like it's kind of like towards like the end where you're like, you know, you're not as popular as you used to be, but you can still pull a big crowd. You know what I mean? Like,
I see what you mean, but I don't think that is true for all performers. I think that some people do that, but I think that more people than you think. Like Shania Twain was like I don't think Shania is at the end of her career, and she had a residency in Vegas years and years ago.
Yeah,
like 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like she's not new on the scene.
Yeah,
but I also don't think, you know what I mean? Like, but I get what you mean. But
like older vibes, you know?
It depends.
It's like older people. Like, I don't know, Maroon 5's doing a residency right now, and like I feel like they're not as popular as they used to be.
Agreed about Maroon 5.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it depends.
Yeah, it definitely depends.
Taylor Swift would definitely be an outlier. I agree that she's more popular than Vegas.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's more popular than the Sphere. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Sphere is a different
animal.
Yeah, like, if she were to suddenly be doing a residency at, like, Mohegan Sun or whatever the fuck, like, the Bellagio or whatever, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
But the Sphere is, like, new people.
That's
like,
true.
That's a different vibe.
That's true. I agree with that.
But,
I don't know. Again, I just have a hard time believing that she wouldn't do like a
regular
country tour.
The only reason I would think no is just because the
Eras Tour
was so
just
big.
happened. Yeah, for sure.
So I really don't know. Ooh, 11/11.
But you know, I have been so wrong about everything. Yeah. So, you know, next week she's probably going to announce her residency at the Sphere and then her Super Bowl performance. So like whatever. But
that was also something I never would have thought of if not for rumors and the Showgirl tie-in. I was like, oh, and then people said Sphere because of the kid thing. They were like,
I remember there were rumors like so long ago, and I think we talked about it on the show, where people were like, oh, she's going to do a residency in Vegas. And
I feel like
we were like, there's literally no way. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like now would be a very interesting time to do it. The Sphere's sick, and I feel like that would be like a once in a lifetime type of opportunity. I wonder if she would just do like a week at the Sphere or something.
That's
what
I mean. Like, not a tour. Like, I don't think I wouldn't, if she were to do something in Vegas or the Sphere or whatever, I don't think it'd be a tour. I think it'd be like a limited time.
Like 1 week only, 2 week only, something.
Like, I mean, that would be obviously absurd. How could you ever possibly get tickets? Like, whatever. But I do think that's not so far-fetched. Like, I feel like I've heard crazier things. And they really are they're trying not to make the Sphere have that perception like you think, where it's like all old people in Vegas. Because, like, you know, who was there recently?
Someone cool was
Dead
there.
and Co was there recently.
Yeah, wasn't like the Backstreet Boys there recently?
Backstreet Boys were there. Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block combo, I think. Yeah, but that's not really a good argument for like not the end of your career. That's a resurgence kind of vibe. Like, I think Taylor would definitely be the youngest, hottest artist to come to the Sphere for sure. But I think that's what they want it to be. Like, I think that's what the Sphere is looking for.
The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere would be fucking sick.
That would be insane. Holy shit.
I'm trying. It's all like,
I don't know what they want for the marketing of that Sphere.
Yeah.
But I do know that
the Eagles are playing.
Wasn't there like a Jimmy Buffett tribute thing that Dave went to?
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
I feel like there's just a bunch of shows.
Dead and Co. Yeah, they were there. Yeah. Oh my God, the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere is playing until like 2030.
Holy shit!
It's like every single night. And then like the Eagles.
Oh, maybe it just plays. Is it playing the show? Like the movie is on?
Yeah, I wonder.
It must be.
That's so funny.
It's like it can't be a performance.
Because it's like multiple time. Yeah, it must be the movie or something. But they're just showing it non-fucking stop. So if you're live in Vegas, go see the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere, because you can literally have it every single month. But yeah, I just, and also along with the Sphere and like the limited, limited amount of tickets, limited amount of time that could come with that.
Yeah.
I feel like with the Eras Tour and Ticketmaster, that whole shebang, like, she seems pretty pissed that like people weren't able to get tickets and stuff like that. So I don't know. I feel like, not that I would complain about it, but I feel like maybe people would be like, this isn't really fair. Like, we don't all.
I think everybody, though, it's like.
Sometimes life's not fair.
Yeah, say life's not fair, by the way. Sorry. Get your shit together.
But even if she did do Vegas, like, that would suck for us. I mean, Vegas is so far.
Yeah, it would suck.
Like, it's a pain in the ass
we would
to
go,
get
but
to.
it would suck.
I mean, yeah.
I would literally claw tooth and nail.
Yeah.
However, yeah, it wouldn't be ideal. I wouldn't like love it. I think it would make sense. It'd be interesting.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see if those rumors were real.
Yeah.
But I do think that the Super Bowl, like, jokes and references and whatever, it means something. Who knows what it will mean?
Right.
It could literally just be her, like, voodoo for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
to get
just
the Super
putting
Bowl.
out good juju.
You know what? Also, I said this. I forget where I said this, but she's baking all that sourdough. She's baking spells into that sourdough. She's putting spells on anybody that steps in that stadium.
I think anywhere she goes, she's just casting spells.
It's a witch's brew.
Yeah,
that sourdough's a witch's brew.
Yeah.
Let's not pretend like it's not. Mm-hmm. So
life of a dough girl.
Exactly.
So funny.
I love the loaf of a dough girl.
Yeah, loaf of a dough girl, should I say.
Loaf of a dough girl. Obsessed
so
with
funny.
that. Obsessed with that. So that's that portion of the Easter egg section. That's what people are most, I think, freaking. Yeah. Everybody's freaking the fuck out over that.
Yeah.
I think that if she is doing a Super Bowl something, that we would know probably in the next couple of months. Like, I don't think it'll be too long until we figure that out. Another thing that people are discussing, what do we call this album? Do we call it TLOASG, or what is it? The Life of a Showgirl? Do we call it Showgirl? I'm in the camp of just calling it Showgirl. I think the acronyms are tiresome, and people say that the TLOSAG, whatever the fuck, is too close to The Last Great American Dynasty.
Yeah, I get confused with that too.
Yeah.
I've just been typing TLO whatever because it's easier than to type it all out. But yeah, I guess Showgirl. I
feel like Showgirl's easier to type.
Yeah.
For me.
It's quicker. Yeah. I don't know. It's probably the same amount of letters. But
Similar.
I don't know. I just feel like maybe verbally I would probably call it Showgirl, but like online I'd do the acronym.
Yeah.
Because it's just easier. I don't know why.
I hate acronyms. Like, I really hate them. So whenever, if I can do something that's not an acronym, I prefer. Like, it's way easier for me to type Showgirl, which is like a word that shows up in my phone already, than to have to like disable my predictive text so I can type TLOASG. Like, that's fucking crazy to me. Yeah. So I am in the camp of Showgirl. But Gia, you would think that it was like, what are we naming the child of Christ?
No, people are like taking it way too
the child of God. Like, what is its name? Like, that's how people are talking about this.
Just call it whatever you want to call it.
Do what you want. Call it what you want.
Yeah.
Call it what you want.
Exactly. Taylor literally
like
said
a daydream. Like,
walking
literally.
With his head down. I'm the one he's walking to.
Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
When it concerns
do what you want. What you want. With your body, as Lady Gaga said. And you can acronym it if you want. If you fucking hate acronyms, fuck them.
Then fuck them. Like me. I hate it.
Spit on them.
Spit on that
and
acronym.
Type Showgirl.
Type Showgirl.
We're all
or
gonna
be for real and type the entire album name and show respect.
Yes, exactly what I was gonna say. Show some goddamn respect.
Show some goddamn respect. But so yeah, people are. You would think that that we're debating the restart of Rome the way that people are talking about this. But I don't think it's that deep. I think everybody can chill out.
I definitely agree with that. It just doesn't really matter at all.
Doesn't matter at all. Another thing that people are talking about at length is the fact that not only was the Lombardi Trophy behind Taylor, and again, she at one point is like, and if you want to look upside down and backwards and 45 degrees to the left and whatever, like she's almost instructing you on places to look on the shelf behind her. Yeah. And not only is the trophy there, not only are a couple of other things there, there's also a Pinocchio.
Lots of people are pointing out the Pinocchio.
Why would there be a Pinocchio if not for lies?
Yeah. I mean...
Gia, why?
And he's covering his eyes, which is interesting. Mm-hmm. He's in the back. People are like, is she comparing herself to Pinocchio? Because, like, she wants to be, like, a real girl almost, you know?
Wow, I like that. I hadn't seen that one.
Well,
Pinocchio's here because I want to be a real girl.
No, because
that's hilarious.
He's a puppet. He's a puppet, and
Listen, I know Pinocchio's lore. I'm a real boy. He's very excited to be a real boy. She just wants to be a real girl.
Yes, like she's an
that's fucking
entertainer.
hilarious.
She's the puppet, but she wants to turn into a real girl.
I don't know if
that's like what people are saying.
Whoever is saying that is projecting. And
honestly,
they really just want to be real girls as well.
Someone made a good point though, because God, I wish I could remember. I need to start
really
typing what people are saying verbatim, but they're like Shiny Bug, Wood, and Pinocchio. Like they all kind of coincide because shiny bugs are beetles.
Yeah, yeah.
Beetles eat wood.
Yeah.
Pinocchio was made out of wood.
Yeah.
Follow me on this.
I gotcha. I'm like,
They're like, Pinocchio, you have to eat yourself to stay alive, and you're like the puppet. You have to keep entertaining and like kind of eat yourself as the shiny bug.
Sure.
But what you really want is just to be normal and be real, and be yourself.
I think, yes, sure. I get. Listen, I don't disagree with the
the comparison.
I think it's a stretch, but I don't think that, because I think honestly the first thing you think of when you think of Pinocchio is lies.
Lies, for sure.
Yeah. But also you think of the fact of puppets on strings.
Yeah.
And that does fall into the same category. And I get the bugs, beetles, bugs. Bugs eat wood. Termites actually eat wood.
Interesting. I don't think this has anything to do with it because this was 2022. But Taylor reposted the trailer for the Pinocchio movie that was made by Guillermo del Toro and said instant classic. I'm completely blown away by this gorgeous film.
Wow.
That ending might cry forever. Watch it on Netflix now.
Wow, holy shit. Sounds like we all have homework and that's to watch Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which I have seen actually, and it is a beautiful movie because I love Guillermo del Toro. Okay, so I do think that there could be a tie-in with wood. There could be, my mind's so far in the gutter with wood that I can't see it being like a Pinocchio thing. Yeah. But obviously that makes way more fucking sense. But I do think the lies thing has something to do with it. I think Pinocchio himself being in the background, that's just like kind of crazy. Maybe Guillermo del Toro is going to be the director of her upcoming movie. Who knows?
Yeah.
But people obviously are going crazy about this. They think that it now means that everything she was saying was a lie about no other songs, no surprise, extra anything, whatever. People think there's going to be a 13th track called Violet. Did you see that? People think it's
because of the eyes of Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah, the eyes, and then also I guess there's something on the cover or on the track list that it's like blocked out. Hold on, let me look. And then it looks like the perfect size for it to be. Yeah, look, this down here. Apparently, this part they think is covering a 13th track.
Okay.
And it does, it would honestly fit. And it, if it were named Violet, that would also fit. But I don't know if I believe that theory or if I subscribe to that theory.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time.
My phone just Siri lit up.
That's funny.
Because I said theory.
I don't know what it is. And I feel like I have a hard time believing that she was so adamant about it only being 12 tracks, only being this album, whatever, that she's just straight up lying because there's a Pinocchio in the back. I don't know. Like, I really wonder if that Pinocchio's always been there or if it was added back there for something. I have a hard time believing that she's like, we perfectly curated this album. Like, each song, is there for a reason. If one was removed, the album wouldn't make sense, blah, blah, blah. Like, and then to be like, hey, just kidding. I mean, I wouldn't put it past her at all.
People also think it could just be a poem.
I would love that.
A poem named Violet. I think that there are other... Did she say... I'm honestly blanking on this. Did she say that there were poems? She did, right?
Poem, yep.
Yeah, so
and
that
there's
could
also a exclusive poem in the Shiny Bug vinyl.
In the Shiny Bug vinyl, which we actually, let's talk about the vinyl variants because that kind of ties into this.
Yeah.
And we keep saying Shiny Bug. For those who missed the drop yesterday.
The countdown.
Me included. Well, I didn't miss it. I just thought... What's the rush?
Right.
And it turns out there was a big rush.
Huge rush.
We got another
Cold
countdown.
Rush.
Another countdown Monday. The countdown was till 2 p.m. And of course, we got our second vinyl variant of The Life of the Showgirl, and it is the maroon. It's actually a top and bottom, a top and a corset and a brief. I looked it up. The blondes. It's a fashion house, BLONDS, and they make funky high fashion, like downtown New York City type stuff. It's actually a really sick brand. And they're the ones that designed the top, brief,
and the arms.
and the gloves. And it's like a dark burgundy.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking obsessed with it.
She looks fucking
It's my favorite picture.
Yeah.
In general, but then now we've got like more pictures of it. Like when they first showed it the first time, she's like kind of sideways, and now there's like a new picture.
Yeah, new angle.
What do you think of all the memes?
Oh my god, they're so funny.
Of her like holding up the Tower of Pisa.
The funniest. I thought the funniest one was the girl banging on the door, and it's like, Cassie, let me in from Euphoria. Yeah, she's holding the door.
Maddie from Euphoria.
Maddie's banging on the door, and that's so funny. But I will say, hilarious. I was gagged again. These pictures, they keep fucking putting me in a chokehold.
Yeah, they're crazy.
They're so hot. She looks amazing. But yeah, 2 different pressings, a green one and a purple one. I got the green one.
I wanted the purple one, and it was sold out right from under me. I can't believe they said limited release, limited pressing, whatever, 48 hours. But in my head, I was like, oh, I'm good. Yeah. And I was not. But Gia got hers.
Yes. And I didn't realize that it came with, an exclusive Shiny Bug poem.
Yeah. So we're going to have to know.
That's what I'm thinking is I think that Pinocchio, like, I know it sounds crazy, I know, but I think it really does have something to do with the song Wood. And I don't know if it's like
I don't disagree with that.
You know what I mean? Just like the fact that she
could it be about lies?
Was always maybe about lies. Just something about like being like a puppet basically, and having people controlling your life for a majority of your life, and just wanting to be yourself, wanting to be free, and wanting to be like just live a normal real life. And and then I wish I could find the TikTok, and then the shiny bug has something to do with they eat the wood. So I don't know. I just feel like maybe Wood, the song, is something to do with like, I just want to be normal. I just want to like not be controlled.
I get that.
It could also be about dick.
I get that. I get that fully. And yeah, Pinocchio, Wood, the nose, the lies. I think that there's lies, speaks more to me than like the shiny bug eating the wood, literally. But I think shiny bug gives me like mirror ball, because it's like everybody sees a shiny bug, or maybe it's like shiny bug deceiving, because the most poisonous bugs and the most poisonous snakes, etc., are the shiniest and most beautiful. So it's like, oh, look at this shiny bug, but really it will kill you kind of vibe. Like that could maybe be.
Someone also made a really good point. They said that, with the shiny bug, you kind of see this bug, you're like, oh, it's so beautiful. But if it didn't have like all this extravagance, all this extra, it would kind of be like nothing. It wouldn't be like, it'd just be another bug.
Yeah.
And someone was saying people often make that criticism about Taylor. Like, if she didn't have, the backup dancers and the lights and the big stage, like she wouldn't be that good of a performer. Like she's not, all she has is like her performance. She doesn't really have the talent.
Like she needs the background or whatever.
And obviously that's not true at all, but I could see that her using that like criticism almost and using that as a reference for shiny bug.
Totally.
Yeah.
I also I'm trying to think another now that I'm thinking more about like the poison thing of like, oh, it's a shiny bug. Oh, this is what I was gonna say. The outfit that she's wearing. It is pretty, like if you're thinking about it, it is a little venomous.
For sure.
Like I think that's why I liked it. On the first drop, I thought it was the darkest and the moodiest. Yeah. And then these photos do kind of seem that way as well. And if we're really being crazy, it looks a little bit like snakeskin. It looks a little bit like the way that it all is. So I'm very curious. And there could be a tie-in with Wood and the bugs, et cetera, et cetera. But something about the items behind Travis and Taylor is that I do think that they redid that entire shelf for that interview.
Yeah, I think so too.
And added and took away stuff. Like there was obviously some Travis stuff back there, but like whatever, we don't care. And the Taylor stuff that's overtaking it that I don't think a lot of people clocked at first. I know I did not until I was served many a reel, not even on TikTok. I was served reels.
Of course.
Because I think the old heads like myself are on reels. Yeah. And they're the art history majors. I'm talking adults are doing this. Like this isn't like, oh, it's just people making conjecture and whatever. Like these are literal art historians who are seeing these books. All the books behind Taylor and Travis are artists of certain kind. Either there's Basquiat, there's Ames, there's like all these different, there's a Rothko is back there, all of these contemporary and strange artists. I mean, when I tell you that you got to watch these TikToks, because I was going to write it all down, then I was like, I'm not going to take away from these ladies. I'm going to actually tell you one person's name to go watch her thing, because she did a really good job and I saved her thing. But, they go in depth about these different artists and what their meaning is. And I'll tell you, it's like Taylor is no fucking joke. All right. So this woman is Carrie Scott Curates, Carrie Scott Curates. And she is an art historian and curator. And she did like a detailed breakdown of all the books behind Taylor. And it is crazy to think of how in depth it all is. Like just the type. You know, maybe they're just artists that she has admired over time, or maybe they all have significant meaning. Like Ames, for example, Eames. That's an artist that created those chairs. You know, those like, have you seen those chairs before? They're like, they look like metal, but they have leather as well. It's all about like structural integrity and this like contemporary style and just creating something that kind of shook up the world. And a lot of the, you know, consistently with these artists, the themes are like, they're one of a kind artists that made an impact or changed the landscape in which they usually work. And I think that alone is a crazy message. And that is Taylor, you know, like she's changed the landscape. She's not only a part of it, she's changed it and, you know, paved the way for new people. And it's really interesting. So I highly recommend you go and look at a couple of those videos just to see, because they'll do better justice than us. You know, we'll sound silly.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Interesting.
It is interesting. I think it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. There's Dieter Rams by Klaus Klemp.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's
Ames,
so many. There's like 30 books back there. Oh.
Kasawabi. It's interesting. I know. 2013 Mexican artist. And the stylish read details the non-profit center's intentional design, complete with native materials, and how it encourages modern architects and artists to connect with local communities. Yeah. Ralph Lauren in his own fashion. Basquiat. Yeah, so cool.
It's a crazy amount of thought and detail. That's why I keep saying I'm like,
Cats?
definitely go see. Yeah. Oh yeah, Cats is back there.
Yeah,
which
that's
is funny.
really cute and funny.
But yeah, it's a shit ton. So if she's putting that level of thought into the books and everything, I'm sure there's an incredible amount of thought that went into Pinocchio.
Yeah, for sure.
Whether it's the lie thing or if it ties in with something else, we'll have to see. Moving on from all that, there are a couple other things. Looping back to the Super Bowl really quick, Travis Kelce wearing orange sparkles to the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, cute.
Crazy. Also at our Miami show, her first show back from Europe, which everybody said the last show over there was Sweden. That I don't actually know if it's true. But people were like, she just came back from Sweden and she went right to Miami, and then she's wearing all of her new, like everything that she wore coincides with like the variants that are coming out. It's a weird
like the silver and blue fearless dress is like the silverish. Yeah.
And then the burgundy or the berry dress. She wore the orange the man jacket, the orange Eras Tour outfit or lover outfit. It just was, it's funny the colors that she wore. I think purple and green or green and orange 1989. Yeah. Like it was all green and orange. It was all essentially Easter eggs for Showgirl. Yeah. And she also was flashing in the audience green and orange. And
and when Florence came out, like everything was green and orange.
Yep. And I remember that. I remember the green and orange. I don't remember it. I don't remember thinking it meant something. I mean, whenever we were seeing green when we were at the Eras Tour, we were like, ooh. But the orange, I didn't really, I don't know. I feel like I had a moment where I was like, wait, green and orange, what does that mean? But that also could just be me like thinking that I thought that, you know? But I kind of feel like I do remember thinking it.
She ended the European leg in London.
Right, sorry. So, I don't know when people were saying that. That's false information.
But she went from Paris to Stockholm. Yeah. Right after that. But also an interesting thing about London that I saw on Twitter, I think I sent this to you, but somebody said that like when they were there for the London shows, they like went to go see the painting, The Fate of Ophelia. And they couldn't because it was like closed down for the day, and they were like joking around that, oh my god, I wonder if it was Taylor Swift. But like, it literally could have been.
That is so that cool? Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, holy shit. Yeah, that whole everybody, homework for everyone as well. Make sure you watch Hamlet. That's important.
I need to watch Hamlet. I've never seen it.
There's the version I love the most, if we're talking movies, is the one with Kenneth Branagh, who's Gilderoy Lockhart.
Oh, cute. Okay, yeah.
That's like I would say maybe the most recent popular Hamlet movie, if you guys are looking to watch. It's really good. The play is, if you are used to reading plays, it'll be fine. Or if you like reading plays, it'll be fine. But I would suggest, looking for, obviously try to read the play. But then also I would suggest looking for like a synopsis version, just because, sometimes play speak isn't the easiest to digest. And if you're looking to really analyze stuff, it might be easier to see it from like a different kind of perspective. I also
saw someone made a really good, I wish I could remember all these people. I need to start writing down usernames and stuff. But someone made a really good point about the fate of Ophelia, because it's such a tragic story, and they kept like reiterating that this album is like upbeat, like it's like life is more upbeat, whatever. Yeah. So people think it's gonna be like kind of a take on how they tried to, because like Ophelia was basically like pushed down by the patriarchy every turn that she went to. Yep. And it's gonna be like about that, but almost how she got out of it. Yeah. And how she like found her way out of it. And this person, Ness_418, they said, the fate of Ophelia is 100% going to be how this love helped change the prophecy. Totally. She thought she was fated for a tragic fate like Ophelia. This thematically, as the opening track, will serve as the bridge between TTPD and the life of a showgirl. I just know it in my bones.
I think that's spot on. I also think it's very, she'll start an album most times, all times, I guess, with like, here's a new chapter. Even Fortnite was, I was supposed to be sent away, and they forgot to come and get me. Yeah. And it's like, I was supposed to die at the end of Torture Poets. I was supposed to kill me. The prophecy was supposed to be it. And now, just kidding. And I think that the fate of Ophelia, I personally love that story because it's so dark, but I think that it will almost be a new take on it. I think it's like, what if? Yeah. Like what if Ophelia made it? What if it didn't? You know what I mean? And how happy could she be? And so I'll be interested to see all of that. But I think that this album, as much as maybe our literary girlies, literary girlies will already be in it, they'll be excited. I think that those who aren't so literary inclined or aren't that interested in that kind of stuff, I do think it'll make these songs better if you kind of brush up on this stuff. I just think it's interesting. Like, she's clearly spending time reading stories and reading, like, I don't know, she's drawing inspiration, as far as from where I'm sitting, what I can see is that she's drawing inspiration from these old stories and movies and shows and plays and books and whatever. And I think that newer Swifties, younger Swifties, maybe haven't experienced these stories for so long. Like, Hamlet's something you do in high school and that you half listen to and no one really pays attention. But once you're older, you kind of jump back into these stories and you're like, oh wow, that was really interesting. I wish I cared more about it in school. At least that's what happened to me most times. So I would suggest giving those things a try, because it just, I think, will make the songs better. Yeah, agreed. But we have other things that are happening. We've got the famous letter. I got my stuff back. There was a second page behind it. Everyone guessed it. They were like, oh, that means that there's something on that second page. Now, if you go to the website and you go to read the letter and you click on all of her eyes, her 12 eyes, and it flips the page back a little bit and it reveals the track list. Yep. So if you want a better look at the track list. October 3rd, also, something to note, is National Plaid Day. Yep. Fucking so scarlet it was plaid.
That's what it was this whole time.
It's hilarious.
So scarlet it was plaid.
But it's also hilariously Mean Girls Day. Yeah. It's October 3rd. We all know that.
It's October 3rd. He asked me what day it was. It's October 3rd.
It's October 3rd. Everyone, not everyone, at one point in time, Taylor Swift was called a Regina George in sheep's clothing. Yeah. So it's like, all right, we've got all that tied in.
I can't believe that all that fucking plaid was just to be like, hey, National Plaid Day.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That outfit she wore, the Vivienne Westwood top to bottom orange and green plaid outfit with like the frilly cuffs and stuff, was also worn exactly a year before. Like, it was August 12th, 2024.
Yeah.
So shit like that, where it's like you go back, you connect all the dots. Gee, I have a question for you though.
Oh.
Do we think that there are all these dots connecting back to the Antihero music video? We didn't really talk about that. Because I'm unclear, because I think that I almost think it's like she's doing stuff and then connecting it later. Like I
think so too.
You know,
because she said that she wrote this album on tour.
Yeah.
So like, how could she have known what the songs are going to be about or anything like that? Like during the filming of Antihero and all those midnight stuff, and I feel like people keep trying to make those connections, and I think maybe she might have had like an idea of where she wanted things to go and stuff like that, but there's no way she would have known if she wrote the album during the Eras tour.
I agree. I also think that there's an element of artistry in here where she's making this music video and she wants it to have certain elements to showcase how she's feeling or showcase the moment, and maybe in that moment what she had been feeling or what they actually meant weren't totally put into words yet, and then they were later put into words on this album. You know, people are talking about like she gets hit with the arrow and she's bleeding the sparkly purple. So now like sparkly purple, whatever. And it's like maybe she just was like, I feel like I have purple glitter sparkle blood in me, and so in this moment I'm getting hit with this arrow and whatever, but now
I can connect that.
Now not even connect, but it's like now I'm inspired by that image or that thought and write something else. Like I don't necessarily think that like I think some things are planned far in advance. I think other things it's just cohesive with her life, you know, and I that's what I think about the Antihero
like
music
with
video
the
stuff.
comparison of during the Antihero music video, you have Taylor, and then you have like this, what people are saying is like Showgirl Taylor.
Yeah.
And you know, she comes in the orange and green outfit, and I do wonder if like when she was doing
she's got
that,
the stars on her face,
exactly.
like, she looks like it looks like a. So maybe she herself was like, eventually I would like an album that has this vibe and has these colors. Now let's incorporate it in these videos, and eventually it will materialize.
I think she's just so smart, like you were saying, she's so smart that she can use past references to, you know, build them into what they are now, and connect the dots through herself. It's almost like, oh yeah, like I did do that for a specific reason, like now I can evolve that and make it into something new.
Absolutely.
So I don't know, I feel like she definitely probably had somewhat of a conception, because you know, she's so smart. I always feel like she's 10 steps ahead of everyone, but it's hard to believe that like, you know, she smashed the guitar 12 times because that was an Easter egg for the 12th album. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
That is pretty nuts.
Yeah, like
especially at that time, I'm not sure, and I don't think other people were sure, or even Taylor was sure, that Tortured Poets was going to come next. Like, that's, you know, the verbiage she uses for Tortured Poets, like, I had to write this album, or it was a data dump of everything I've written in the past, whatever. Like, it sounds like that album was not pieced together, but it sounded like it was almost waiting in the wings to be put together and pushed out as like a final straw kind of thing. And so I don't know if she ever thought those things would go out. I don't know if she ever thought that album would have to come, or if it would come. Thank God it did. Imagine if it didn't. But I do think that this like Orange album was probably next on the docket, whatever it was going to be, before Tortured Poets came along. And so it's hard to think like, oh, how'd she know it was gonna be 12? But it's like, well, she didn't even have 11 yet. So
exactly.
Midnight's is 10, remember? So so I don't know. What do we think about the fact that the Eras Tour book had Easter eggs in it?
That makes more sense to me.
Makes more sense. It's also pretty crazy. To think that. Also too, I mean, the whole thing of the Eras Tour door being the door you go through, it's orange, whatever. Obviously, that's been since the beginning of the Eras Tour. So clearly, she knew that her next era was going to be like orange.
That was only the last show. The door came down. The door was only the last show.
Oh, really? I thought maybe I'm just thinking.
She usually descends down, and then that's why everyone was like, "Wait, what?" She walked through an orange door at the end.
No, right, but I'm thinking about the door in the background. Does it not sit there when the house burnt? I'm trying to think about the house.
No, the lover
So
house?
It was literally only the last show that door showed up. Okay, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
For some reason, I feel like I saw somebody being like, "Oh, the door shows up."
No, I'm like 99% sure. Just because every time she would descend down, and then the last show she walked through the door, and that's why everyone was like, oh my god, wait, what? Why'd she walk through this orange door instead of descending?
Right.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought the orange door had made more of an appearance than just the last show, but whatever. So regardless, I think that like at the end of the Eras tour, at the very least, you know, Vancouver, last December, she obviously knew that this was happening, this new Eras coming, and had to know in time for the production of the books, because which came out when, right around the same time, right? Because Thanksgiving last year. So
good point.
So this time last year, right? Taylor's wearing the plaid on the, you know, a year in advance, whatever. She knows it's happening. There are elements of the Eras Tour book where the behind the scenes section at the very end is all orange. Yeah. So it's like, oh, behind the scenes.
There's a microphone called Wood.
There's an orange microphone, I believe, and there's also when you look at all the costumes, they have like the drawings of the costumes. There was an orange Midnight's t-shirt, which everybody was like, what the hell? There was also a mint green Lover guitar. Everyone's like, what the hell? Mm-hmm. So it seems as if there were hints all along. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that we'll see more and hear more as time goes on.
Oh, and she also, in like one of the paragraphs, she like refers to herself as a showgirl, or refers to like the whole thing as being a showgirl, but she literally says has the word showgirl in like one of the paragraphs.
Yeah. So it really does seem like this concept at the very least had been around for quite a few years, whether or not the songs and music came along with it.
This was a interesting tidbit too. Someone said, am I the only one who always thought it was so weird that Taylor wrote she left her heart in Portugal, like the white heart?
Yeah. Left my heart in Lisbon, she said.
Yeah. She's basically saying she left her tortured and TTPD heart in Portugal, and the picture on the podcast is of Portugal when she's talking about it on New Heights. Mm-hmm. She said, I left my heart in Lisbon. And then someone said, could this be when she started working on the life of a showgirl? Because it was the beginning of the European tour. Mm-hmm. Lisbon was the next stop right after she did the Max Martin medley in Sweden.
That's right. Yeah. I knew there was something about like a show in Sweden or whatever. Yeah. So that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, who knows? Oh no, my fucking
nail came off.
My nail is breaking. It's my real nails.
Oh no.
Look at that, right all the way at the bottom.
Oh,
how did that happen?
Can you glue it or something?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. I literally picked all my nails.
Oh my god, well, I got Gel-X.
Yeah.
Gel-X, but my real nails underneath. Well, she's gonna have to put a little thing on there. Fuck.
Damn.
Anyway, sorry. Just you guys know how devastating that is.
Yeah, that's the worst feeling ever.
Oh my god, it's my thumb, my left thumbnail. Ugh. Anyway. So, yeah, I think that there is something to be said about these kind of hints and these kind of you know, they're more feeling based when it comes to her music. Like left my heart in Lisbon. It's like, yeah, I left my white tortured poet heart in Lisbon because we're moving on to something new. So I think that makes total sense. Yeah. And who knows if that's like what was intended or if that was just like a little wink or a nod or what. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that in the coming weeks, obviously until this album comes out, we're going to see a lot of things like this, a lot of theories, thoughts, connecting dots. I don't necessarily think all of the dots that are being connected were waiting to be connected to. I think that other dots were created to connect to these dots. Does that make sense?
1,000%. Like so,
maybe they're keep that in mind.
I completely agree. What do you think about her doing countdowns for vinyl variants?
I don't like it.
Okay, thank God.
I don't like it because I don't want to have to move that much.
I don't like it either. And I get people were saying like, oh, like when I wore, because I posted about it yesterday, I was so scared to post about it because I was like, you know, I don't want people to think I'm complaining because, like, literally at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. She can do whatever she wants.
No, obviously,
but, like,
who cares?
It gets me excited for something. So then it's like, why are we counting down 10 hours in advance for a vinyl variant?
Yes.
But people are like, oh, like, I work. I don't get to look at, I'm on my phone 24/7. People are like, oh, I don't get to look at my phone. So it gives me, like, a big heads up, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, fair. I get that.
It works for some people.
But, like, I don't know. Just, like, getting everyone so hyped. And maybe, and, you know, at the end of the day, it is kind of the fans' fault of being like, oh my God, this is going to be Eras Tour documentary, blah, 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 blah. You know, like, this is why this is connecting here. And then it just ends up being a vinyl variant. Like, it's kind of our own fault for getting our hopes up like that. But doing a countdown makes it seem like it's going to be this big reveal. No?
I agree completely, but here's where I've decided to differentiate. I think when we're getting a countdown and the time is at night, It's something legit.
Right.
Like an album drop at 12:12 a.m. If I were to have a countdown to a fucking vinyl at 12:12 a.m., I'd be pissed. Like, that would be like, all right, girl, like, I'm trying to go to sleep.
Like, my eyes are half closed.
Yeah, like, I'm tired. Like, don't keep me up for this. Yeah. However, when it's a 2 p.m. in the middle of the day on a Monday, I just don't think
super good point
that it's going to be anything more than what it is. And even with
because I knew it was a vinyl variant.
Me too. The second I said, oh, that's a vinyl variant.
Yeah, I even had TJ text me being like, it could be a music video, and I was like, no, TJ, I'm telling you, it's a vinyl variant.
Not in the middle of the day when people are at work. Like, I don't think that would be the case. And so now that we know that she's doing countdowns for vinyl variants, or when we say she, we mean her team. Obviously, Taylor Swift herself isn't like, get that countdown up right now for this vinyl variant. It needs to go quick. Move. Like, no, she's not doing that.
It's like her team is doing it. We're doing countdowns just to like spend more money. You know what I mean? It's like, yay, we get to spend more money.
Well, it's like a countdown to the reveal, and I get
that. And the reveal was crazy because like when I saw the cover, I was like, oh my god, my heart stopped.
I do love seeing these reveals. Like, I want the reveals. But I'm just not going to move for every countdown unless it's at night.
Just for
that's
it to
what
be
I've
like
decided.
the shiny bug. I was like, shiny bug. What is that?
I didn't need to hold my breath for shiny bug.
Yeah, and then I saw the pictures and they were sick. But did you see also? I guess when they either it was a Taylor Nation or I think it was Taylor Nation posted a video of the vinyl like spinning, like both the different pressings.
Yes.
And there's like a necklace in the back, and there's a hairbrush, blah blah, and there's like a perfume.
Yes.
With a little spritzer thing. People are like, we should be paying attention to all the little items in the background of this video. So check out Taylor Nation's video.
Completely.
People are really dead set on perfume.
I know they are, and I think this time around I'm pretty convinced as well, because first of all, there's perfume.
I would die.
Bless you. There's perfume on that video, like you said, and then one of the vinyl variants had that like vanilla and sweat
and vanilla perfume edition
thing.
Yeah.
So it's like. Yeah,
okay,
let's everybody wants Wonder Shuck back. Like, it's just I kind of see it.
And it also I think that really coincides with Life of a Showgirl.
Absolutely.
Like a bougie,
like a 20s, 50s, 30s, 40s, like whatever style Showgirl you want. Like there's always that spritz, you know.
And people also, sorry, one more thing about the vinyl. People are also saying that they think that she used maybe scrapped pressings from Midnight's.
Yeah, from Midnight's.
Which I like.
It looks
very similar.
Me too.
It's like, if you're going to shard on her every fucking time she comes out with a vinyl variant, like, hey, she's recycling. Yeah. Like, she's doing something good.
Right, like, chill about it.
Literally chill about it.
No big deal. Okay, news-wise, a couple of things. One is that Taylor Swift has had new trademarks in the past week. One of them being she's renewed Reputation Taylor's version, Taylor Swift Taylor's version, and she's also now has TLOAS, TS, but in the font of Showgirl, the TS, and then also The Life of a Showgirl, all done on 8. All three of those were done on 8/11, which is so funny because like that's. I don't even think they were trademarked until
she announced it.
It was announced.
Yeah,
because people will know.
But also, imagine if she trademarked it before, people would know right away.
People would be like, what the hell? Yeah, they were exactly. That's what I'm saying. So smart to do it like this. And then it probably was like the second that it went out.
It dropped.
You know? And then 8/15 was Reputation Taylor's version and Taylor Swift Taylor's version. So who knows about that?
That's a good sign that she's renewing those trademarks. I mean, she would be a fool not to, just because of the legality behind it and everything.
Totally, yeah.
But I think that's a good sign as to we could possibly get it eventually in the future.
I totally agree.
Yeah,
completely.
And I would love it. I'm still like low key wanting it. So
I'm high key wanting it. I want everything that exists.
I want the rep vault tracks.
I want the rep vault tracks bad, but there's a theory online that this album is going to be all like rep vault tracks essentially, like or it's going to be like what rep, like all these songs were maybe going to be the whatever it's called, vault tracks for rep, which, allegedly do exist, but that they weren't the vault tracks anymore because they were too good, so Taylor wanted them on like an actual record. That's what some people are saying. And of course, the orange of it all, the karma, the this, the that, whatever. Speaking of all that, I hesitate to bring this up because we don't like to, he who must not be named, like Voldemort, Kanye West.
Oh.
The idea that she's possibly creating an orange album, the life of something, to pop off on top of The Life of Pablo, which is this album of Kanye's that has the song Famous on it.
Yeah.
Kind of fits.
No, I mean, I love that. That's
it too.
something to me that maybe is not intentional, but it's just like the universe really works in her favor sometimes. And it's just like, I'm going to gift you that because you went through that shit with him. Like, I'm going to let you have this one up on him. Like, I don't know if she's actively still trying to best him, you know? Like,
totally.
Like, not best, but yeah. I don't know. Maneuver her.
She's not thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know if that was something she like intentionally did.
Yeah.
But I love that it worked out in her favor that way, you know?
Agreed. I think it's one of those things where it's like, oh, well, while I'm at it with an Orange album, it might as well be The Life of, and it might as well be, you know what I mean? Like, why not? Like, why not? And it just kind of like, you know, best of both worlds, two birds, one stone vibe. Mm-hmm. I would love if that were true. I'm going to move forward thinking that that's true, just because I appreciate that level of petty. And if we are going all the way back to the Man video and all that stuff where the karma is orange, and is this album karma? This album is on top of the other album. It's your karma, blah, blah, blah. Like, I like that thought process.
Yeah, I like that too.
So I'm going to keep thinking it. We also have Zoe Kravitz out and about telling stories.
Yeah.
One, she says that she's heard Life of a Showgirl and it's no skips.
Of course. Thank God.
Travis said the same.
Yep.
I trust both of their opinions.
Yeah, definitely.
She also told a crazy story that we didn't tell last week.
No, we did. I thought we did talk about it. Or did we not?
No, I don't think we did. I don't remember talking about it.
Okay.
Well, if we did, sorry. But Zoe Kravitz went on Seth Meyers and was telling a story about, right? It was Seth Meyers.
Yes.
Yeah. And was telling a story about how she stayed at Taylor's house during COVID in LA, her and her mother, and or in like her guest house or something.
Yeah.
I forget. And so Zoe has a snake named Orpheus, and that right before they were about to leave, or she was about to leave or something, this snake got loose, and there was like a tiny crack in like the corner of one of the walls,
bathroom,
and the snake got in there, and that they had to like rip up the whole wall and floor and everything to find the snake.
She was like, I really pride myself on like being a very, very nice, good house guest.
It's just
like,
so funny.
I really want to leave the house exactly how I found it, whatever. But I think it was actually her mom's snake, which is even crazier.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, like it was her mom's pet snake. And her mom like called her, was like, hey, like.
You're right. It was her mom's snake.
The snake is missing.
Called her from like the house over. Like they were like, or from upstairs or something.
From upstairs.
It was like, hey, can you come up here? We got a problem. And she was like holding on to the snake.
I saw a funny tweet about, someone was like, you know, if this came out 6 months ago or whatever, like the way that we would be like salivating at the mouth for
No, a
Taylor's
billion fucking
version.
%. Are you kidding me? If Zoe Kravitz is on a show talking about a snake loose in her house, I'd be like, well, this is one big
We'd be like, Zoe Kravitz is in a music video and
literally,
she's gonna play the snake, and
a billion fucking %. Orpheus is the name of a song, like you know, 100 billion %.
Yeah, 100%.
Which,
that's
you know,
funny.
Orpheus is Greek mythology. It's still it all kind of ties in. Like it's just hilarious. But yeah, I liked the Zoe was like, yeah, okay, like we'll obviously pay to have all this fixed and whatever, but can we just like have it done before we tell Taylor what happened? So I can be like, hey, everything's good now, but like, you know, the snake, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
So she finally, it's all done, it's finished. She calls Taylor up and she's like, hey, I just want to let you know. And she was like, that you ripped up my whole bathroom because the snake got trapped in there. Yeah, I already know. Like,
That's
which
so
I think
funny.
is so funny, so hilarious. Love that. But
I want to be friends with Zoe Kravitz so
I know,
bad.
me too. But she's doing press right now. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know.
She's doing she's going to be in a new movie with Hottie McHot, Austin Butler. Oof.
Oh, yeah, duh. Oh, yeah, and I really do want to see that movie.
So do I.
Oh, I forgot all about that movie.
He looks so hot.
Yeah, he is so hot.
They were doing like Good Morning America, I think, and they asked her if they listened to Taylor's album. I'm curious about your thoughts about this because this happened to Margaret Qualley too. Yes, I don't know if you saw that clip.
I was just going to bring that up because I wanted to bring up Jack Antonoff as well.
I'm curious about what you think about that because people were really analyzing this clip about Margaret Qualley talking about her new movie Honey Don't, and people were like, or she's doing press, and you know the interviewer asks her about Taylor's new album.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see it on her face that like she wasn't expecting the question.
Totally.
And I kind of fall in the camp of, yeah, I feel like that's not really an appropriate time to be asking about Taylor Swift. Like, and even with Zoe Kravitz too, like they're doing press for a movie. They're not here to talk about Taylor. They're not here to talk about like the life of a showgirl. Like they're talking about what they are making, what they're putting out. Like, yeah, she's putting out an album, but I'm also putting out a movie. You know what I mean?
I agree completely. Couldn't agree more. I think that it's very frustrating, and it has to be frustrating as a friend of Taylor who is also doing your own thing and doing your own promo and whatever. And not that anyone would be like annoyed to have to talk about their friend Taylor. Of course. But if I'm Margaret Qualley and I'm on a press tour for myself, my movie, with a bunch of people that have been on it, whatever, I don't want to get asked about my husband's writing partner's new album. Yeah, they're friends, but primarily that's
and he's not even a part of the album.
And he's not a part of the album, which in itself I think is what makes even the question shady. Because I think that whoever this interview, I don't know who was the interviewer, but they the way that it was asked, it's like, obviously Margaret doesn't know about it because Jack's not on it. And so did you want her to be like, well, Jack's not on it, so and it be clipped and misconstrued as shade, or the fact that like maybe Jack is upset to not be on it, like whatever, which kind of brings me to my thing is like everybody's online making jokes like Jack Antonoff, he's out of work, and you know they're updating his LinkedIn profile and whatever,
so funny,
which is hilarious. But I want to kind of, at least for me, and I'm positive you agree, kind of get ahead of that and be like, I don't think that there's like beef between Taylor and Jack. Like that's just because Jack isn't on an album doesn't mean they don't like work together. Like they worked together for 5 albums in a row. Like
there's literally
she's taking a break.
There's no way.
And he's busy.
I was about to say, Sabrina Carpenter's album comes out in a couple days, in like a week, and he is very much on that album with her.
He's
so
doing
like
that.
You know,
he did the soundtrack for that that pop star movie with Anne Hathaway and Charlie XCX.
Yep.
He's also doing half the soundtrack for fucking Wicked out in November. Like Jack Antonoff is busy.
He's busy. And
Taylor
he's also been touring with Bleachers for the past couple months. Like there's I have no belief in my heart that there is beef between these two people.
Not at all.
That's crazy to just assume that just because they don't work together on one album from the past, like literally 5 years, that's silly. Just silly.
No one said that about Aaron Dessner. No one was like, they've got beef. He's not on the album. It's like, okay.
Yeah,
although I think Aaron kind of gets a pass because he's clearly like the sappy sad song guy.
Yeah.
So if there's not sappy sad songs, it's like, well, duh, Aaron's not on it.
Yeah.
Jack's kind of in between. Although I don't think that Jack and like Max Martin and Shellback have a similar sound. I think that you can kind of tell the difference between. I think maybe there's some overlap.
For sure. And from what I've gathered from what Taylor said on New Heights, it really seemed like she was itching to do something new.
Yep.
And go outside the box and try something and do and work with people she hasn't worked with in forever. And I also really think Travis had something to do with it too, because Travis fucking loves Blank Space.
Without question.
And he loves 1989.
He loves 1989, yeah.
So I can see
and
Taylor,
half of Reputation. We keep forgetting that Max Martin and Shellback did half of
literally
half
and
of
Red,
Reputation.
22, We Are Never Getting Back Together, like all those bangers. So like I understand the reason why, and it's not like Jack is like, oh my god, like what am I gonna do now? I'm a struggling artist.
He's fine.
He's good.
By the way, he's fine.
He's good.
We've got that was another thing. This I don't know if you guys noticed, or if I forget if we talked about it or not. The playlist that's on Spotify, and Baby, That's Show Business for You, that Taylor Swift has put out.
Yeah,
it's all
Max Martin and
Shellback. Yeah, so if you're looking for all the songs that they did, they're all on here.
Yeah.
And so
Dancing with Their Hands Tied.
Here, I'll go down the list. It's 22. All you had to do was stay. Bad Bud. Banger. Blank Space. Dancing with Their Hands Tied. Delicate. Don't Blame Me. Endgame. Gorgeous. How You Get the Girl. I Did Something Bad. I Need Your Trouble. King of My Heart. Message in a Bottle. Taylor's version. New Romantics. Ready for It. Shake It Off. So It Goes. Style. We're Never Getting Back Together. Wildest Dreams and Wonderland. What a fucking.
So It Goes.
All of those
and now
songs.
the pieces fall right into place. Get caught up in a moment. Caught up. Lipstick on your face. So it goes. Oh.
Literally, like,
ooh. Chills.
We're going to get a whole album of that.
Yeah.
It's going to be tremendous. So, and again, it's just, we need to stop, like, her producers aren't relationshiip, like they're relationships, but it's not like her boyfriend. It's not like people don't get butthurt and like not be on something.
It's a
like,
professional thing. Like you can't take it to heart. It's just, it's not like, it's not like we don't love Jack and want him on the album. Yeah, it's just, let's try something new.
Let's try something new, and there's nothing wrong with it. Let's switch it up. There's nothing wrong. So, so that's that, and then also, but I agree with you. I think the questions for Margaret were stupid, and I think that she reacted appropriately, and I am glad to have seen that nobody nobody misconstrued her reaction as shade.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's always something that will happen,
Yeah.
like with women ever. But no, it was a dumb fucking question. Everyone was on her side with that.
Yeah, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. to do GMA, and I got this new movie coming out.
And this is what you're asking me about?
Yeah, it's just silly.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Lastly, we have just a little tidbit from Livy Dunn, who we love, or at least I love.
We love Livy Dunn.
We love Livy Dunn. But she said that she's dating, what's his face?
Paul Skeens.
Paul Skeens, the baseball player. Mm-hmm. And she said that in terms of their relationship, that she takes cues from Taylor Swift and Travis and how they navigate their relationship to kind of help her with their own navigations. Obviously, it's a different scale, but Livy is extremely famous in her own right. She's an all-class athlete, all-star athlete, all this stuff. And as is Paul, they're both in the public eye. They're in the public eye too, like not only for how good they are at sports, but a lot because of their relationship. Like there are actually really a lot of similarities between the two couples in terms of the scrutiny that they've received. Yeah. So I thought this was sweet that Livy, who obviously she's not a pop star, but she's famous, and she's just kind of watching Taylor move through her relationship and the media perspective on her and Travis, and kind of taking cues from that to help herself navigate it, which I think is lovely.
Yeah, she said, Taylor has her boyfriend that's a professional athlete, and my boyfriend is a professional athlete as well. Mm-hmm. And she has her own success, and I have my own success. Mm-hmm. So I try to look at her perspective on things and how she handles criticism and how she navigates things.
Hell yeah.
She said being with a professional athlete in itself is difficult because they're always traveling.
Of course.
And she said, I admire her in many different ways. Her work ethic, how much she cares about what she puts out there, and how the meaning behind everything is very admirable. She called Swift a trailblazer and a savvy businesswoman.
Woo! Fabulous.
Love it!
Shout out to Livy. Just wanted to add that in at the end, thinking it's just a cutie thing. And not only is Taylor inspiring girls like us, she's inspiring people like Livy.
Yes.
And how to date a famous athlete.
Yeah, she said, I think she takes a lot of heat. She takes the heat a lot worse than I do because, I mean, the bigger you are, the more people you have trying to tear you down.
Yeah, duh.
It just really resonates with me. It's a unique position to be in, and I think for some people, women in sports is uncomfortable for some reason.
Yeah.
Go, Livy. Go, girl.
I love Livy, and she had an issue recently with trying to get an apartment in New York City, and I believe it was like
she tried to get Babe Ruth's old apartment.
Yeah, it was Babe Ruth's old apartment in New York, and it's a co-op.
Co-op, yeah.
And they wouldn't let her in because they didn't want essentially we don't need the riffraff.
Honestly,
and
though,
I was
no, that's not fair.
Yeah,
but Livy Dunn attracts like probably the worst crowd of people ever. It's all like 14-year-old boys that have like no respect for anything.
True, but 14-year-old boys aren't showing up to fucking Central Park West on Billionaires Row.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
True.
Like Livy Dunn is an adult woman and she should be allowed to afford,
yes,
allowed to live in a beautiful apartment on Central Park. Like she should be allowed.
However, if I can get into my co-op, then fucking Livy Dunn should be allowed into.
Saying.
Yeah,
like I think that is totally separate. Like she should be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I think though that this is completely pop culture adjacent. I think that the housing situation, especially in New York, this is just an indicator of how fucking ridiculous it is. Yeah. All these like old rich people refuse to let people into their apartment buildings and to give up their fucking apartments when they die, and so nobody can live in New York. So it's like there's Babe Ruth's old apartment. But the building will why? So you can let some other crusty old whatever the fuck move in?
I don't even
until
know.
They, like, what are you doing here? Like,
let the exclusivity is so annoying.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy, and I feel like co-ops are out of control now, and especially I've been looking recently. I love my apartment. I'm not moving, but every year before I re-sign, I give a little look-see.
Of course.
And I was looking. I live in the Upper West Side, and that's where I was looking because I love it up there. I don't want to live anywhere else at this point. And 0 apartments. There's like 2 apartments, garbage. And the entire Upper West Side.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And unless you're willing to spend like $15,000 a month on rent, and even that is like shitty. Like it's actually nuts how locked up it is by co-op people, and it's just I don't know. So
it's
I
like
feel
either
for her.
It's so unaffordable, it's unbelievable, or it's like this exclusive co-op thing that you can't.
That's the problem. It's like she can afford it. It's just these like old ass people who are like, who's the board of that co-op? Like that's more what I'm saying is like we need new blood to then let new people in because we just need all these people to die already. Like it's enough is enough with the buildings. Like I feel bad for anyone trying to move to New York City right now. It's impossible. It's literally impossible.
It's impossible.
You can't.
It's impossible.
So
Yeah.
You know, Jersey City is a great option.
Hoboken.
As is Hoboken. People love Hoboken.
Brooklyn too. I might move to Brooklyn in the next like 5 years maybe.
A bunch of my friends keep moving there. I just can't do it. I
just
can't do it. I'm a Manhattan
so far.
girl. It's so fucking far. I just know I'll never make it to, like, I will never make it to work. Like, if I live in Brooklyn, I will not make it to work. I promise you.
Yeah, that's actually so true.
I could live literally, I could step outside of my door and directly onto the tracks of the L train, and I still won't make it here in time. Like, I promise you.
Yeah.
And the farther away I am, if I have an office in Manhattan, the farther away I am, the less likely I am to make it. And I just know myself, and that's that.
I get that.
But Brooklyn is beautiful. People love Hoboken if you're young. Jersey City is lovely. I prefer out of all those, Jersey City is my favorite now.
I love Jersey City.
Great food in Jersey City.
They have the best food in Jersey City.
Hoboken sandwiches, does too, to be fair.
Yeah, pizza.
Hoboken's got great
best
food.
Italian food is Jersey City by far.
Also, really good Mexican food in Jersey City. Weirdly, like there's incredible Mexican spot. Anyway, all that aside, our Thursday episode this week, we're going to do, I think we talked about it a little bit last week. We're going to do just voicemails out the ass.
Yes.
Because we didn't get to do them last week. So we'll pick some from last week, people calling in, funny ones that we'll see. And then also anybody wants to call in with new stuff after all of the news and everything. So go ahead and call
347-450-0723. 347-450-0723.
Leave us a little voicemail or go ahead and text that number if you're feeling shy. Also, feel free to send us a message on the Taylor Watch Instagram account.
Yes.
And if we have time, keep your eyes peeled for rapid fire questions. We might stick to just voicemails. Just depends on the timing. But I really want to make sure that we get everybody that called in because we had a lot of people, and there's not a lot of news. We've been digesting this news for a while, so we'll really chat with our Taylor Watch
theories, everything.
We want to hear it all.
Yeah.
So feel free to call. And hopefully you guys have a lovely rest of your week until Thursday.
One more thing.
Oh,
check out The Kingdom. It came out the first couple episodes.
Oh my God, right. I haven't seen it yet. Oh, that's
and they talk about Taylor a little bit, and it's cute. They talk about like how excited they were and just like how crazy it was, and
I want to watch that anyway.
Watch it. Yeah,
I want to watch that anyway. Oh, and on Thursday as well will be our Summer I Turned Pretty episode 7 recap.
Yes,
as well. So,
and I'm telling you guys,
everyone's saying that this is going to be a big episode.
This is going to be a fucking big episode.
I'm really excited.
Yeah,
I'm really excited.
So strap in.
Woohoo! All right, we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Love you guys.